three meet again, in thunder, lightning, or in rain.
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won.
That'll be ere the set of sun.
Where the place?
Upon the heath.
There to meet with Macbeth.
Fair is foul.
And foul is fair.
Hover through the fog and filthy air.
What bloody man is that? Can he report the latest state of battles?
Father, this is the good and hardy soldier who fought against my captivity. My brave friend, tell the king the news of the battle.
Doubtful it stood. The merciless MacDonald did swarm upon us from the Western Isles. Fortune on his damned quarrel smiled. But all was not lost, for brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name. Disdaining fortune, and with brandished steel carved out his passage, until he faced the slave and unseamed him from the nave to the chops.
Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentleman.
If I speak the truth, I must tell how Macbeth and Banquo doubly and redoubled strokes upon the foe and showed no fear, upholding their own and Scotland's honour until we triumphed.
Great happiness.
Now, forgive me. I must rest, for my wounds are severe.
You are proved to be a man of great honour. Ah, worthy Thane of Ross, what other news bring you?
Noble king, the Thane of Cawdor fought against us with other traitors from the west. He has betrayed you. However, victory was ours.
God's blessings be upon you and all those who fought. But the Thane of Cawdor, a traitor? He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death, and with his former title greet Macbeth.
Yes, my lord.
What Cawdor hath lost, noble Macbeth hath won.
A drum, Macbeth doth come.
The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land.
Thus do go, about, thrice to thine and thrice to mine.
And thrice again to make up 9. Peace, the charm's wound up.
So fair and foul a day I have not seen.
What are these? So withered and wild in their attire. Live you? Are you aught that man may question?
Speak, if you can. What are you?
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Glamis.
All hail Macbeth, hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor.
All hail Macbeth, thou shalt be king hereafter.
If you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then to me.
Lesser than Macbeth and greater.
Not so happy, yet much happier.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none.
All hail Macbeth and Banquo.
All hail Macbeth and Banquo.
All hail Macbeth and Banquo.
Your children shall be kings.
You shall be king, and Thane of Cawdor too. Went it not so?
My lord, Macbeth, the king hath happily received the news of thy success. I am sent to give thee, from our royal master, thanks. He bade me, from him, call thee Thane of Cawdor.
What? Can the devil speak true?
The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes?
He is a traitor, treason's capital and confessed.
Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind.
Often, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betray us in deepest consequence.
Brave, loyal Cawdor, O worthiest cousin Banquo, the sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me.
The service and the loyalty I owe, in doing it, pays itself.
Sons, kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest, know we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we shall name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland. Further hence to Inverness and bind us further to you.
I'll be the messenger, and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly, take my leave.
Worthy Cawdor.
The Prince of Cumberland. That is a step on which I must fall down, or else overleap, for in my way it lies. Stars, hide your fires, let not light see my black and deep desires.
This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness. Lay it at thy heart and farewell. All hail Macbeth, that shalt be king hereafter. Glamis thou art in Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet I do fear thy nature. Thou art too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valour of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round. What news, boy?
My lady, the king comes here tonight.
Make ready for his arrival.
Yes, my lady.
The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, ye spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, and sex me here, and fill me, from the toe to the crown, top full of direst cruelty. Come, thick night, and pull me in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold! Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both, by the all hail hereafter.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And one goes hence.
Tomorrow, as he proposes.
Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. Leave all the rest to me.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it done quickly. He's here in double trust. First, I am his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed. Then, as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself.
Duncan hath almost supped. Why have you left the chamber?
We will proceed no further in this business.
Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since and awake so green and pale? Art thou afeard?
Peace! I dare do all that may become a man who dares do more as none. What if we should fail?
We fail, but screw your courage to the sticking place and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, I will drug his 2 guards. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan?
Will it be believed when we have marked with blood those sleepy 2 and used their very daggers that they have done it?
Indeed. Who dares to think other?
Is this a dagger? Which I see before me? The handle towards my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, yet I still see thee. Art thou a dagger of the mind? A false creation? It is the bloody business which informs us to mine eyes. And I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
What noise? Hark! Peace. It was the owl that shrieked. He is about it. Had the king not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it. My husband?
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
I have done the deed. Methought I heard a cry. Sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. Glamis hath murdered sleep, and therefore Cawdor shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Consider it not so deeply.
What hands are here? Will all great Neptunes not wash this blood clean from my hand?
Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
Wake Duncan with thy knocking. I would thou couldst.
Good morrow, noble sir.
Good morrow.
Is the king stirring, worthy Thane?
Not yet.
He did command me to call timely on him.
I'll show you to him.
Oh, horror! 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 Awake! Awake! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason!
Murder! Murder!
What's the business? Speak.
This is not for you, gentle lady. Banquo, our royal master's murdered.
The king is murdered!
Our father murdered?
Murder! Treason! By whom?
Those of his chamber, as it seemed to done. Their hands and faces were all badged with blood. So were their daggers.
In our house. Help me hence.
My lady!
What will you do?
I'll to England.
To Ireland I. Our separated fortune shall keep us both the safer. Where we are, there's daggers in men's smiles.
Thou hast it now. King, Cawdor, Glamis, as all the weird woman promised. And I fear thou played most foully for it.
Tonight we hold a solemn supper, sir, and I'll request your presence.
Let your highness command upon me.
Ride you this afternoon with young Fleance?
Aye, my good lord, we shall. As far as will fill up the time twixt this and supper.
Fail not our feast.
My lord, I will not.
To be thus is nothing, but to be safely thus, our fears in Banquo stick deep. I will advise you where to plant yourself. It must be done tonight.
Fear not, my lord. I shall perform what you command.
Now be gone.
Gentle, my lord, slink over your rugged looks. Be bright and jovial among your guests tonight.
Oh, full of scorpions is my mind, dear wife. Thou knowst that Banquo and his son Fleance lives.
What's to be done?
Be innocent of the knowledge, dearest Chuck, till thou applaud the deed. You know your own degrees. Sit down, at first and last. The hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
There's blood upon thy face.
'Tis Banquo's then.
Is he dispatched?
My lord, his throat is cut.
Fleance, who did the same for him.
Most royal, sir. Fleance escaped.
But Banquo's dead.
Aye, my good lord, safe in a ditch he hides.
Get thee gone.
My royal lord, you do not give the cheer.
Sweet remembrancer, I drink to the health of the whole table.
May it please your highness sit.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Which of you have done this? My lord? Thou couldst not say I did it. Never shake thy gory looks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is not well.
Sit, worthy friends, my lord is often thus, and hath been from his youth. Pray you, keep seat, the fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will again be well, feed, and regard him not. Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one. That dare look on that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the Airdron dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Shame itself. Why do you make such faces when all's done? You look but on a stool.
Give me some wine. Fill full. Come, love and health to all and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss. Hence! Horrible shadow! Unroyal mockery! Hence!
My lords, I pray you, stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once. He grows worse and worse.
It will have blood. They say blood will have blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with morning.
I will tomorrow to the weird sisters. More shall they speak. For now, I am bent to know the worst.
You lack the season of all natures. Sleep.
We are yet but young indeed.
Round about the cauldron go.
In the poisoned entrails throw.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Toad that under cold stone days and nights has 31.
Sweltered venom sleeping got. Boil thou first in the charmed pot.
Double, double, toil and trouble.
Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake.
Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork and blindworm's sting. Lizard's leg and owlet's wing.
For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with a baboon's blood. Then the charm is firm and good.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do? Answer me.
Say, if thou'dst rather hear it from our mouths or our masters.
Call 'em. Let me see 'em.
They cannot be commanded.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Be bloody bold resolute.
Listen and think upon it.
None of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff? What need I fear of thee?
Listen and think upon it.
Macbeth shall never vanquish be until great Burnham Wood to high Dunsinane Hill shall come against him.
My heart throbs to what know one thing. Shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I did hear the galloping of horse.
2 or 3, my lord, bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my good lord.
The castle of Macduff I will surprise. Seize upon Fife. Give to the edge of the sword his wives, babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line.
Worthy gentlemen, what news bring you? Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country.
Be it their comfort that we are coming thither.
I wish I could answer with similar comfort, my noble sirs, but I have words that would be howled out into the desert air.
What concern they?
Your castle is surprised, my lord. Your wife and babe savagely slaughtered.
Merciful heaven!
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
My wife killed too? All my pretty ones? Did you say all? Oh, Hellkite, all? What, all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop?
Let grief convert to anger. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking.
Out, damned spot, out, I say. Hell is murky. Yet who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What? Would these hands never be clean? Is the smell of blood still? All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. To bed, to bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed.
Bring me no more reports. Let them all fly. Till Burnham Wood remove to Dunsinane. I cannot taint with fear. What's the boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? I've almost forgot the taste of fear. What is that noise? Wherefore was that cry?
The Queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Thy story, quickly.
Your Majesty, as I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked towards Burnham and anon. Methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave.
Let me enjoy your wrath, if it be not so. Within these 3 miles may you see it coming. I say, a moving grove.
I begin to doubt the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane, and our wood moves toward Dunsinane.
Macbeth shall never vanquish
Speed until great
Burnham Wood to hide Dunsinane Hill.
shall come against him.
Arm and out. What's he that was not born of woman?
Turn, hellhound, turn. Get thee back.
I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm. Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
I'll not fight with thee. My soul is already charged with blood of thine.
Then yield thee, coward.
I will not yield. To kiss the ground before young Malcolm's feet, and to be baited with the rabble's curse? Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him that first cries, "Hold! Enough!"
Hail, king, for so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, that speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland!
Hail, King of Scotland!